So it's the third annual, or fourth, I don't think I did one for COVID. So the third annual spooky vlog, the Halloween crypto vlog coming at you. It's the scariest vlog ever that you're gonna watch of the year, probably. See? That's why you keep your volume down on video vlogs. And we have Phantom pumping because Phantom, like ghosts, you know, even though it's FTM, it's like pH and it's spooky swap and all that. So Phantom went up like 10%, 12%. And then the biggest trade of the day was BNB, Binance Launch Pool. So I guess launch pads are more aggressive and rarer and they pump harder. But BNB pumped from about 308 on announcement all the way up to 338. So a sick, nearly 10% gain. Was that 9.9? So how could you have capitalized? Well, special shout outs to all the traders who made six figures. This is an unconfirmed list, so do with this information as you may, or be as you may, be it as you do what you may with this information. Unconfirmed list of six-figure profiteers today. Kick trades, of course. I didn't see the P&L on this, on any of these. So golf, Tree of Alpha, Art, Lava, Nacho Trades, Donk Crypto Lady. I'm just naming people at this point. Shore De Jong, Smee, and I thought these are people that probably didn't make six figures on the trade. Somebody, Comfy Trades, Jai, Halflex, since he's been missing trades lately, Cookie, Dylan, Dion, and MasterCard. Okay, those are shout outs for the day. And again, that's unconfirmed information, so just rumors. Copy traders, a lot of copy traders. If you're a copy trader, shout out for copying Tree of Alpha, making six figures or high five. So how do you do it? Well, you set up a bot or you watch the news all day. Either or. And watching the news is a fail safe if your bot fails, because a lot of times we don't have a lot of these launch pads or launch pools. So I think they're every 3 or 4 months or 2 or 3 months. So there's a good chance they fail. Sorry for boo again. There you go. I'm keeping the energy up. And that's how you make money easy. No stress. In and out. 5 minutes later, whatever you want to sell, you want to hold for an hour, go ahead. You want to buy the dip, make it a long hold. Good luck. Most people have sold, most news traders have sold 90%, or just holding a bag like 10%. So any other pumps? I&J, VIT, Binance closed deposits and withdrawals. I didn't realize it was an exit pump to 55. Now it's done 43 because when they open trading, you're not going to be able to deposit right away, and you want to catch that first wick. Even though I think PolyX did 4x a few days later, or Leverify. So there's a good chance just by buying now at 43 cents on KuCoin, you can, or a Uniswap, you can have a nice big pumperoo. I don't know, I'm gonna walk this way a little bit. What's that, 4.5? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's VIT. The relaunch is November 9th, so you have 10 days to accumulate. Or actually 9 days. Anything else in the world? Crypto? I wanted to keep it short. Oh yeah, FOMC. I thought it was the end of November. I thought it was after CPI, which is actually Wednesday, November 2nd. So that's going to be the biggest macro event, possibly of the month. I think ahead of CPI in a couple weeks. So, Bonu, where you going? Going back to the shade. So we're expected to be 75 BPS. So the pump was the lead up. Markets tend to do the opposite when the Fed announced their federal funds rate or target rate. So it should be 75 BPS, and we should have a little dip. Or actually, I thought we would dump into it and then pump out of it because it's expected to be 75. If it's 50, we're gonna moon hard, but I really think it's gonna be 75 because there's no point for a pivot unless Joe Biden, the United States sitting president, tells the Fed, hey, don't do 75, come on, ease up. I mean, they try to do that every month. Hey, ease up on the interest rates, right? But this is so important in the election next Tuesday, which I talked about in yesterday's weekly wrap-up vlog, or look ahead vlog, that we will have the most important market and economic price action and performance heading into November 8th. It's so important. If you were gonna go all in, actually, this is the second most important event of the year politically. The most important, of course, is the election. And then, like, third would be Supreme Court Justice nominees, I guess. And so in 2 years from November 8th, or whatever the Tuesday was, that would be November 7th, right? Because you go back 365 days in a year. 7 into 365. This isn't a math vlog. Is remainder 1. So that means next year we have an extra day. And so the Tuesday would be November 7th, right? Is that right? Unless it's a leap year. I don't keep track of the leap years. If you're giga-brained, you do when you do the dates. So it should be November 7th. Oh, but going into election is 2 years. So it would be November 6th, except the leap year comes into play. So it would be November 5th. Is that right? Because a leap year is coming? How does that work? Anyway.
You're sipping all this poop.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure if you wanted. Sorry for boring you. Boo! Again, I'm just trying to do, like, to keep it going. Keep the action. Sorry, this is a boring vlog, but you knew we had like 5 good vlogs in a row. You knew what we were due for a downturn, right? And any words of wisdom before I close this short vlog up? This is a throwaway vlog, like when your shows show you the clip show from all the greatest episodes of your show, and you're like, oh, I wanted a new episode of The Simpsons or whatever, Big Bang Theory, whatever shows they do. So, words of wisdom, remember, focus, plan ahead. If you plan ahead, you'll be less surprised. Like if you plan out all scenarios, you can still be upset, but less surprised and like in shock, and less chance of a heart attack if you're like mid-60s or older and your heart's getting down, or you've been on testosterone. Even though testosterone is supposed to improve your heart, it's tricky. I think after a certain age it causes it to fail, but I'm not sure. The research again is conflicting. So just plan ahead. I guess I've been saying for years, plan ahead, plan ahead, plan ahead, so you're not shocked by something that happens. The only reason you'll be shocked is if your plans were so great and yet the data threw you for a loop. Some surprising bit of data, like when CPI came in on the formatting with the decimal points or whatever. So, see you guys later. Sorry for the lazy vlog. See you. Bye.